You're listening to KELF, North Pole.
Welcome to Millennial Santa. We are broadcasting direct from KELF, the North Pole's radio station. I'm Sunny the Elf, and here's Santa Claus.
Hello, Sunny. Hey,
Hey.
What do you think of my new bells?
Nice.
The elves just made this new batch of bells.
Oh, that is so funny. Well, first of all, bells are the best thing to get in the Christmas spirit. But also, my cousin, Ingrid, the elf, is now a bellcaster. I bet she helped make those bells for you.
Cool. I'll have to talk to her. I really like these.
Oh, good. And I know she's working on that order you just placed for Rudolph's bells, because last year it was kind of hard to tell the difference between Rudolph's bells and Donner and Blitzen's, but you really need to be able to hear Rudolph, especially on those foggy nights. So hopefully you like those bells as well. All right, let's get to today's question, Santa, and this comes from James. He sent us a text message. James asks, Santa, I know you live in the North Pole with all the elves, but who actually discovered the North Pole first, you or the elves?
James, that is a very good question. Well, to give you a little bit of history, one, it was the elves. Little people are the discoverers of the North Pole. A very long time ago, the little people were tired of being bullied because the big people used to pick on them because of their size. And they wouldn't let them get in and do things that the big people would do. In other words, if a little person wanted to learn how to ride a horse, big people would say, oh, you're too short. You can't ride a horse. And big people wouldn't let them be teachers, and they wouldn't let them be cooks because, the fires were too high or the ovens were too high for them to get in there. And so the little people got just really tired of all this abuse, and they all decided to go someplace where there were no big people. Well, in the world, every place you go, there's big people. So they started heading north. And they kept heading north. And they crossed the Arctic Circle. And they met some big people up there that were friendlier. And the big people showed them how to work with the reindeer. And that's how we have reindeer at the North Pole. So the elves took some reindeer with them. And then they kept heading north and away from all the big people. And they finally got so far north that they couldn't go north anymore because they were heading south. So they decided to stay there because they had their reindeer and there were no big people to pick on them. And that's where they decided to first set up and build some housing and a place to live. But they didn't have any building material. So they decided to use the ice as building material. And they made a huge ice crystal community. Everything was made out of ice. Now, I know you've seen pictures of igloos and different things like that. And I think there's even a couple movies out there with some of the ice princesses that have ice castles. The castles weren't like that, but these were big ice communities. And the elves all lived there together, and they were happy. And then they started bringing wood. They would go down and pick up wood from the forest and have the reindeer help them. And they would build sleighs. And then they started building toys. Toys are smaller, and they were easy for them to handle. And they were really, really good at building toys. So that's how the elves came to be at the North Pole. It was later, way later, that they invited Santa and Mrs. Claus to the North Pole.
I love learning about my elf history. Thanks, Santa. Thank you, James, for the question. If you have a question for Santa or you just want to say hi, you can call or text us here at the radio station, and we'll try to use your comments on our show. The number is 856-99-SANTA. That's 856-997-2682. Kids, be sure to get your parents' permission first. All right, bye, guys. Bye, Santa.
Bye now, and remember, keep the spirit of Christmas in your heart throughout the year.
Millennial Santa is a proud member of Parents on Demand, a network of high-quality podcasts for families just like yours. Download our free network app on Apple and Android and listen to your favorite episodes on the go, just like Santa.